Exactly.
Okay. Y'all wanted to approach
Yes, Your Honor. This
Oh.
is
what case?
cause
Mr. Alvarez.
number 329930. And the state has submitted a
Okay.
dismissal.
329930. State is, okay, dismissing the case.
Yes, Your Honor, and
What?
that's the
Oh, that's-
forfeiture on the firearm.
Oh,
You need to
let
bring
me,
it in.
yes,
I'll go get him.
let me get this. Deputy Porter, could you reach me, get me a tablet? All right, thank you. You have a, you have an inventory, you have a copy of like an inventory? Okay,
What you need?
It's just from the police paperwork, so that it was part of the inventory.
no, they didn't have it.
You mark this state's exhibit or?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
We're in session and calls number 329932, excuse me. Let me strike that. It's calls number 329930. In the case of style, the state of Texas versus Vincent E. Alvarez. We have Mr. Alvarez present in court. Mr. Alvarez, how are you doing? That's good. Mr. Alvarez, you're present with your attorney. Mr. Brent Turk, Mr. Turk, how are you doing?
Doing well, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. And the state is represented by Mr. Raymond Shearer. Mr. Shearer, how are you
I'm
doing?
doing great.
Okay. Mr. Shearer, you have a motion before the court?
Yes, Your Honor, the state's moving for a dismissal in this case.
Okay,
And forfeiture of the weapon.
okay. And Mr. Turk, is that the plea bargaining, is that the agreement?
That is the agreement.
Okay. Now, Mr. Alvarez, I have before me a document that is titled Motion to Forfeit. And Mr. Alvarez, do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
And is that your signature on the above the line that's titled defendant? Now, prior to signing this document, did your attorney, Mr. Turk, go over this document with you?
Yes,
And did you read and understand everything in this document?
yes, I do.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez, I'll be granting the state's motion to forfeit the weapon in this case. And I'll be signing the dismissal in a few seconds. Okay, Mr. Alvarez, I've just signed the dismissal. It'll be printed off in a few seconds. Your attorney will give you a copy of it. Once you get a copy of the dismissal, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day. And Mr. Turk, is this your only case?
That's it.
Okay, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
I think that's it.
Mr. Bailey, could you please call Holly Heisner? We're in session and calls number 329-334. The case is style of State of Texas versus Holly Caitlin Heisner.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Ms. Heisner?
You okay, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking, Ms. Heisner. You're here represented by your attorney, Bruce Smith. Attorney Smith, how are you doing?
Fine, Governor, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Attorney Smith, you have an announcement you'd like to make, Ms.
Yes, Senator,
Heisner?
you
today?
reported me on this case a little bit more than a month ago, and I just yesterday received the videos,
Okay.
which I haven't had time to review, and so I need a little time to review the videos and go over that with my client.
Okay. Could you give us a reset date?
October 29th.
Okay, this case is being reset to October 29th of 2021. We're keeping it on the announcement docket. Ms. Heisner, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thanks, sir.
And Mr. Smith, we have another, you can go ahead on this. You have to sign, Mr. Smith.
Okay, 29th.
No, Mr. Smith, you have to sign.
Oh, I have to say.
Yeah.
I mean, right there.
Call up Troyland Stevens. And she has, you have both the cases on there? You have both the case numbers on there?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. It's also cause number 329-338. We're in session and calls number 329-974. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Troyland Jermaine Stevens Senior. Is that your full name?
Yes,
How you doing, Mr. Stevens?
I'm okay, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Stevens, you're represented here by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Smith. Mr. Smith, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Stevens' case?
Yes, Your Honor. There are some legal issues that developed in this case. The conduct that he is charged with has now been decriminalized. And so I'd like to have more opportunity to talk to the DA. And plus, I have not received the videos on this case.
Okay. So I'll reset for discovery. Give us a
Want to set it on the same day, October 29th?
Okay. Case gonna be reset October 29th of 2021.
Thank you.
Mr. Stevens, you get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And I think, all right, you're welcome. And Mr. Smith, is this is your last case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you'll be free to go as well, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
I'm ready, Mr. Smith.
Judge, may I approach?
Yes, is it on a case?
It's what's your docket?
Okay, we called, see if John Savoy is here.
That's what I was. He didn't answer when I went after. No response.
Okay. Well, we can wait for your client to arrive.
I will. I just didn't know how long.
Okay, I mean, we calling the docket right now. We'll wait. I mean, if you want to wait to the end of the docket, I mean, we just started. I mean, you're the second case. If you have to be in another court, you can, go to that other court and then come back and check with us.
No, you're very interesting, but sometimes it gets boring. So I was
Okay,
go do something else. But it's not, you're not boring.
okay. Okay. Let's see who we have, Mr. Smith, Bruce. Okay. Call Gerald Bryant. Okay. This is cause number 329-880, case of style of state of Texas versus Gerald Wayne Bryant. Mr. Bryant, how are you doing?
Doing good today.
Okay, that's good. Now, Mr. Bryant, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Bruce Cobb. Mr. Cobb, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor.
Okay, that's good. Now, I think previously, I think I had disclosed to the state that I knew Mr. Bryant's father. Is that correct, Mr. Bryant?
Yes, sir.
And I think Mr. Boyd, I don't know if he was the prosecutor, but I made that disclosure and asked the state if they had any objections to me presiding over this case. And if I'm not mistaken, my recollection is correct. I think the state did not have any objections. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, Mr. Cobb, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Bryant's?
Not really at this time, Your Honor, but I just got an offer from the prosecution and I'd like to talk to my client about it.
Okay, okay. So you just want me to hold on it?
Hold on.
Okay, that's fine.
Go ahead.
Okay, we'll hold. Just go ahead. You can go ahead and talk to your attorney's gonna talk to you.
We'll go ahead.
Whoops. Oh, I almost didn't, I was looking for a probation officer. I didn't see you behind. He was sitting right behind there.
I'm sorry, sorry. Seats were full.
Like it's Burbank, Galmore, and Freeman. The person that's on Zoom, that phone number ends in 733. Would you please identify yourself?
Good morning, Your Honor. This is Joel
Oh,
Vasquez.
Joe. Oh, okay, Joe. Okay. All right. All right, Joe, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
June 30, and she bonded July 13.
Hey, Joe, your client is not here yet. When your client gets here, we'll call your case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. You can put your mic on mute. Yeah. Yeah.
As long as the court wants to wait, I'll wait, Judge.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could go ahead and do him next. We're in session in 3 cases. The first case is cause number 321244. The second case is cause number 324097. And the third case is cause number 326143. All 3 cases are styled the state of Texas versus Jesse Obina Anamichi. We have Mr. Anamichi appearing via Zoom, and his attorney is also appearing Zoom. Mr. Anamichi, how you doing?
I'm fine, Your Honor, and you?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. And Mr. Galmore, how are you doing?
Great, Judge. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Now, Mr. Galmore, we have a prosecutor? Okay. Mr. Galmore, do you have an announcement that you'd like to make in Mr. Anamichi's case?
Well, Your Honor, these are motions to revoke probation, and the new offense has not been disposed of yet. Other than that, though, I believe that Mr. Anyamechi has done very well on this probation as far as the other conditions, but may need probation to weigh in on that.
Okay, hold on a minute. Okay.
Sure, as of right now, we have a recommendation from probation is revocation. Still has a delinquent balance, 794. And it looks like the community service is completed.
Okay. Mr. Galmore, did you hear the probation officer? He said that the recommendation from the probation officer, from the probation office is revocation. He notes that your client has a balance of 794 and he has completed community service.
Okay, and just so I could understand correctly, the balance, is that an arrearage or is that just what he owes still? I guess what I mean is he behind by $700?
That's the delinquent amount, sir.
That's the delinquent amount. The
Okay.
delinquent amount.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay, so Mr. Boyd, y'all have the state is the probation officer is recommending a revocation. What is the state
Yes, Your Honor.
position? Now, are we gonna set this for?
Recommended as well.
Okay, now let me ask you here, Mr. Galmore, you said that he had a new case?
Yes, Your Honor. What I would ask for, if the court would entertain, is if we could get one more announcement so that Mr. Onyemachi could make sure, in order to take care of any remaining responsibilities that he has prior to any type of contested hearing that we have, so that the court could consider that.
Okay, hold on a minute. Okay. So you want to reset this, just keep it, you want to reset it just for an announcement prior to getting a hearing date for the motion to revoke probation? That's what you're asking?
Yes, Your Honor, just to make sure that Mr. Onyemachi could take care of any remaining conditions before going before the court.
State, do you have any objections?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. How much time does he need?
Your Honor, I believe just the regular resetting would be enough.
Okay, give us a date.
October 15th.
Okay, because I'll be reset to October 15th of 2021. Mr. Anamichi, your your case will be reset to October 15th of 2021. Stay in contact with your attorney. Your attorney, Mr. Galmore, will be sent notice of the reset date. And Mr. Galmore, is this your only case?
It is, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Anamichi, you have a blessed day as well and you're free to go.
Y'all have a
Thank you,
good
Your Honor.
weekend. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Paget, is that your Twalisha Brown?
Ms. Brown is my client, Your Honor.
You can come forward, Ms. Brown. This is cause number 329472, State of Texas versus Twalisha Patrice Brown. We have Ms. Brown present in court. Ms. Brown, how are you doing?
All right.
I'm doing fine, thanks. Ms. Brown, you're here with your attorney, Mr. James Paget. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
I'm blessed, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. Paget, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Ms. Brown's case?
I do, Your Honor. I requested a pretrial diversion on 7/27 of 2021. On July 29th of 2021, my client was approved.
Okay,
So I'm waiting on a signing date from Ms. Sterling. I've emailed her accepting, the letter says to contact her, so I'll always email her immediately. So she normally will send me the date she wants me to sign,
Okay,
which I have
so,
not received that email as of
okay,
right now. And it's only been-
I think the next date's coming up is October, and I would imagine that that's probably already full.
That might be why she hasn't emailed me back yet.
Yeah,
She
and I
normally gets
think
back to me.
the next date after that is December. So what I'm going to do is reset this case to the second week of December. Okay, second week of December, anticipating that she'll sign up in December.
In the meantime, the state has sent me a copy of the contract. So what I'm going to do is set up an appointment with Ms. Brown. So I'll have the contract signed and I'll get it back to the state and we'll be prepared to sign. on that
Okay.
date.
Your Honor, the state is also asking that there be an interlock on the vehicle.
Interlock?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see. Okay, as a condition of the bond,
It's a 0.165, Your Honor. So, technically there should be one on there.
well,
So we weren't gonna ask for it.
get in the pretrial diversion, that'll be a condition as
It
well.
will be a condition, Your Honor, and I'm aware of that and I'm going to explain that to my client as well anyway.
Okay,
We'll
let's
run over
see,
the contract.
this is 329. 329,472. Ms. Brown, did I pronounce your first name correctly?
Yes, sir.
I did, okay.
So if you're not driving, you know, with any vehicle in the state of Texas, you're driving because of the techniques of 1.5 or greater. Oh. Okay, we're going to talk about it. See, that's why I don't like this, because you can't, seeing smiles, it's the way it's supposed to be.
I always wondered if this is why the banks close their locks.
I'll tell you one thing, I'll tell you somebody who don't like it, and that's God. That I know. But the world is not for him.
Did you make a copy of that? Thank you. Mr. Patrick, would you please hand
Yes,
it
Your
to your client?
So these are standard bond conditions in Judge Holmes' court. So he's going to review these conditions that are linked to you, right? So I'm going to hold the paper and, he'll start. He's going to read this to you. The ones that don't relate to you, he'll tell you.
Ms. Brown, you just been handed a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that? Okay, I will go over these conditions with you. And it reads as, following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submits to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body, and that is pursuant to Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, Section A2 and Section C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, condition number 3 technically does not apply because there's not a person that we consider a victim in this case. So condition number 4 states a defendant who has been arrested or accused of any offense listed under Section 49.04 through 4906 of the Texas Penal Code shall not operate any motor vehicle unless the vehicle is equipped with an interlock device mechanism that makes it practical. The operation of the vehicle if ethyl alcohol is detected in the breath of the operator, and said device shall be installed at the defendant's expense with written verifications of such installation being submitted to the court on or before the 10th day after today. Now, Ms. Brown, do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Brown, if you violate any one of these conditions, your bond can be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, that means a warrant could be issued for your arrest and you could be placed in the county jail. Now, once you get verification, a written verification that you have an interlock device on your vehicle, you can get that information to your attorney, and your attorney will get that information to the court.
Okay.
All right. Now, you're okay. So we're gonna reset her at December
13.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Brown, your case is gonna be reset to December 13th, 2021. Your attorney will be given a copy of the reset. You get your reset from your attorney here today. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Mr. Paget, this is the only case you have today?
No, I have another situation, Your Honor.
Oh, she said she needs you to sign right quick.
Absolutely.
And he's ready.
Okay. Would you get, Mr. Bailiff, would you get Jeremy Bell and see if John Washington appeared? It's on the MTRP docket. Jeremy Bell, John Washington. Wait, that's Bell? Okay. This is cause number 325100. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Jeremy Wayne Bell. Is that the full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Bell?
Good.
That's good. Mr. Bell, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Antoine Freeman. Mr. Freeman, how you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor.
I'm doing fine. Okay, Mr. Bell has a motion to revoke probation. What is the position of the probation office?
Sir, he's completed completed the anger management.
Okay.
The second allegation was contact with the victim. Probation recommends that we reset it until the first week of January, just to continue monitoring the compliance.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you this here. Is he, so he completed the anger management,
Yes,
is
sir.
that correct? And, when is his probation? Is this,
He's January the 3rd.
He was placed on probation January 4th.
of this year?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so his probation, well, he has this motion that it's kind of told it, but,
The officer had requested that we reset this until right after the expiration date, just to continue to monitor.
okay, what's the state's position on that?
The state would go along with the probation office on this.
Okay, now, you had mentioned something about,
Contact.
contact, yeah.
Yes, sir, that was one of the allegations.
Okay, so, but that was, and then I guess subsequent to that, he did the anger management? And
Yes,
so you think that because he has successfully completed the anger management, that may have somewhat solved the problem?
yes, sir.
Okay, but you still want to monitor to make sure that he continued to adhere to the terms and conditions of his probation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, give us, let me see, you said the 3rd. Let's do the second week of January. That would be a week after January the 3rd, I would imagine.
January the 14th. Let's see, January the 7th or the 14th?
Let's do the 7th.
Yes.
Yeah, right after it. Yeah. Now, Mr. Bell, the probation office believe that you are that you complying, and they want to make sure that you continue to do those things. You know, not have contact and make sure that you continue to do the things that you're required to do on probation. Okay. Now, if you mess up, your attorney can tell you, you know, what can happen, but always stay in contact with your probation office and follow the terms of your probation. If you do that, you'll be fine. All right. So your case is going to be reset to January 7th of 2022. And you can get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Okay. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call Donald Broussard? Here you go. George, can I have that? Mr. Broussard, would you come forward? We in session in cause number 324-834. The case is style of State of Texas versus Donald R. Broussard. We have Mr. Broussard, President Court. Mr. Broussard, how are you doing?
How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine. Now, your attorney is Mr. Joel Vasquez. He's appearing on Zoom. Mr. Vasquez, how are you doing?
Good, Your Honor. Thank you. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Vasquez, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Broussard's case?
Your Honor, could we hold on Mr. Broussard's case? I want to run down to the courthouse and speak with him.
Okay, that's fine. All right, just hold. Just gonna have a seat outside and your attorney's gonna be here in a minute. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay. This is cause number 3299938, State of Texas versus Derek Wayne Bro. How you doing, Mr. Bro?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's good. Now, Mr. Bro, your case actually was reset the last time to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney.
Yes, sir.
Have you hired your attorney?
No, sir.
You have not?
No, sir, I'm not yet.
Okay, how much time do you need?
Another week or so.
You need a week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're gonna give you more than a week. I'm gonna give you at least a month. Could you give us a reset for the hire?
October 29th.
Okay, your case is gonna be reset to October 29th of 2021. Now, if you hire your attorney in a week, your attorney will send the court a letter of representation, and this date probably is gonna get reset by your attorney.
Yes, sir.
So, but if you have not hired an attorney by that time, you need to be here.
Yes, sir.
All right, stand on the 4X. You're gonna get your reset. Once you get your reset, Mr. Bro, you will be free to go.
Judge, can we approach?
Yes, yes.
Mr. Savoy has apparently hired counsel. And I'll file a motion to withdraw or relieve if the court wants, but he's on his way and he's been
Yeah,
talking.
he's almost here.
I mean, if
He's hired me. He followed my letter and it's in the notes, but
right.
my client says he's okay with 2 attorneys. And if you want to leave, Well,
You talking about a
Mr.
court
Baldwin-
appointed attorney and a hired
Yeah.
attorney?
Absolutely. I mean,
Well, that's not gonna
I know, but I
happen.
don't know why I should file a motion to substitute if my client.
You
says
don't
he's
need a
okay
motion.
with
I
2.
mean, it will be a motion to substitute because you'll be
I mean,
subbing in for him.
He wants, but if he wants 2 attorneys, he can have as many attorneys as.
He can't have a court appointed attorney.
Well, then-
If he hires an attorney,
So
you can't hire an attorney and say, I want a court appointed attorney.
Well, he doesn't say he wants one. I mean,
No,
he
you
has
just
one
said-
appointed to him now. though.
Well, but he's not gonna have, if he hires an attorney, the attorney that's been hired will relieve the attorney that's been appointed, because in order to have a court appointed attorney, you say that I'm indigent and I can't afford an attorney, and I would like to have an attorney appointed.
Well, he
But
didn't
now
ask
have
for
you
that.
hired an attorney, you are no longer indigent because you've hired an
No,
attorney.
I agree with you, what you're saying. He just didn't ask for a court appointed attorney. He went to jail and bonded out and hired me. He just, before he could get bonded out, an attorney was appointed to him.
I have no idea.
He's never met Mr.
Could
He's
you,
never
uh,
met Mr.
Could
Doyle.
you
in his life.
look in his file and see if there's an appointment boss and a affidavit of indigency or anything?
Because Mr. Doyle could tell you that he's never met Mr. Savoy. Mr. Savoy's never met him.
Okay, when did he fill it out?
July 27th.
Okay, he was in court on July 27th.
Yes.
And he filled out an affidavit of indigency saying he wanted a court appointed attorney, and I appointed attorney based upon what he put in that
And then he hired
application.
me.
Yeah, so it's not like he just gave him an attorney. He didn't request one. He requested one.
Well, in the meantime, just trying to move on down the road. I will file a motion to withdraw or relieve, whatever.
Yeah, just a motion to sub, that's fine. He has his letter of rep. You do a motion to sub. You've already said that he's already been hired,
Yes.
right?
So I.
Yes, yes,
Right.
sir, I have.
But
And
he-
So that's what's gonna be. You
he's
don't have to do anything else.
Just file a motion to substitute.
Well, not you.
Oh,
He'll be filing a motion to sub.
okay.
Yeah,
And on a pragmatic level.
a what?
On a
Pragmatic, okay, let me ask you this. You say on a pragmatic level, is this anything to deal with this case that's legally have to do anything with this case?
Yeah, I just said that. Pragmatically, can I split? He's not gonna. I don't-
Yeah, I said you
he's-
can, you can, you can, you can leave.
Here and he's,
You can, I mean, I'm
he's
just
parking right
talking,
now,
yeah, we just had a meeting of the minds, we
I'll
understand.
handle.
Yeah, okay,
So I just want to make sure he's free
Right.
to go.
right, you free to go.
Okay, thanks, Jeff.
Right.
Sorry. And,
All right. Okay, this is cause number 330-088. Case is styled of State of Texas versus Christopher Lionel Baker Jr. Mr. Baker, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Baker?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Baker, let's see, you pro se in this case. I see a note here says waiting on non-prosecution affidavit on this case per DA.
The victim has taken the option class. She has also filed an affidavit non-prosecution. Based on that, we are gonna dismiss the case after talking with the victim, and
Okay,
so I will file that dismissal.
okay, just have a seat, Mr. Baker, in the gallery. And then once they sign the dismissal, we'll have you to come back up and get a copy of your dismissal.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is cause number 3299940, State of Texas versus John Raphael Savoy Jr.
We're on the same page now, Your Honor. I explained to her exactly what needed to be done.
How are you doing there, Mr. Savoy? I'm doing fine, Mr. Savoy. You're here represented by your attorney. Well, Mr. Peter Dahl was here earlier. He was the attorney that was appointed to represent you, but since then you have hired Mr. James Paget. And so Mr. Paget it has sent a letter of representation, but apparently he did not know at the time that you hired him that Mr. Dahl was on the case. And so what he's gonna do is send
I'll e-file.
a motion to substitute in for Mr. Dahl. Okay, Mr. Dahl is aware that he was here earlier, and all of that was explained, and he's left. And so what we're gonna do now, the case is gonna be reset. And at this time, the reset will be, well, it'll still be in Dahl's name. But he'll give him a reset, but in the meantime, that's gonna get changed
That's
when
fine.
he gets the
And
motion.
then I'll, if you'll give us an announcement date, I'll go ahead and get discovery
Yeah,
on it today.
she's
as well.
gonna do that.
We'll kill two birds with one stone.
Okay, okay, so, yeah, just print him a copy of the,
I'll shake
the
your
letter.
hand. I need you to step over here. You're gonna have to sign something. I can't sign for you right now.
yeah, I don't,
I'll take care of everything today.
okay,
We'll be on track. Well, it might be this afternoon.
okay, that's fine.
And Judge, I did send you the dismissal on Mr. Baker just now.
October, okay,
All right, my friends, so you and I already have a time to meet next month, okay? So you're free to go. I'll take care of it. You don't have to do anything else. When we meet in my office on the data again. You said,
yeah, hold on a minute, I'm working on something quick, I'll be with you in a minute.
thanks for your help, man. As usual, you always take care of business. I see you work side of the day. You just don't know. I see. Every once in a while.
Baker. You come up, have a stand on the 4X, and the court coordinator will give you your dismissal. Once you get your dismissal, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Okay, Mr. Cobb.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Mr. Black? I wanted to ask the prosecution to approach. Your Honor,
Okay, let's get the prosecution, everybody. Okay, we on the record in cause number 329-880. Case installed State of Texas versus Gerald Wayne Bryant. We have Mr. Bryant present again with his attorney, Mr. Bruce Cobb. Mr. Cobb?
Yes, Your Honor. It's brought to my attention that, the prosecution's given me an offer, but it's brought to my attention, he may qualify for the DWI diversion program. He has family here in Jefferson.
Oh, so,
County.
okay, so you want to apply for pretrial
I want
diversion?
to apply for pretrial diversion.
Okay. Let's give him a reset so that they can apply for pretrial diversion.
Right.
Is that the December thing or no?
We can do that. You're gonna be applying pretty soon?
Probably today.
Yeah, just put it on, yeah.
Okay, December 13th.
Okay, the case is gonna be reset December 13th to give you opportunity to apply for pretrial diversion. Mr. Bryant, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Cobb, you can stand on the 4X, sign the reset. And I think this is your only case today, Mr. Cobb?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you'll be free to go as well. And you have a blessed day. Stand over there, and get your reset. This cause number 323-886. Case is filed with State of Texas versus John Scott Washington Jr. We have Mr. Antoine Freeman, who is here representing Mr. Freeman, and Mr. Washington. Name was called, however, he has not appeared. Is that correct? Yes. Would you go call his name again at the courthouse door, Mr. Bailey? Okay, Mr. Freeman.
Judge, he texted me this morning at 4 o'clock saying he was having car trouble. I did call him when I got here to tell me he can probably call in
Right.
appear Zoom. He never called me back.
Okay, you got the idea.
Okay,
So,
well, I guess we can just allow you some more time to just try to stay in contact with him. I mean, that was 4 in.
yeah, and I called him when I got here today, because I didn't see the text.
Yeah, I know, I
I
mean, at 4 in.
Yeah, I didn't see it till I got here. So.
Not too many people will be up looking for text messages at 4 in. Yeah, and car trouble.
Yeah.
Well, is he low? I mean, is he?
I don't know, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
I did have a offer for him today.
I'm just wondering if he like lived in Beaumont or in the area.
I don't know. I
out of
called him
town.
and I texted him. It was like 30 minutes ago. I don't know. And I do got have an appointment with Mr. Nichols in the DA's office
Okay.
on that other
You-
trial they're trying to have.
Okay, well, you can go take care of that. If he,
Your Honor, the state's somewhat concerned because in February of 2020, Mr.
2020.
Washington also got arrested for some traffic charges. And although that's, not in the MTRP, it just seems that Mr. Washington has a habit of not taking care of business. And this, I think, is probably indicative of that. So the state is asking for the warrant to be issued for not showing.
oh, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, we call our bond forfeitures. Obviously, if he doesn't appear. We'll do that unless you want to do that now.
Yes, Your Honor, we would.
Okay, let me do this here. John, let me see. Okay. So John Scott Washington Jr. was scheduled to be in court for 9 a.m. this morning for the court's motion to revoke probation docket. And at about 9 a.m., the bailiff called Mr. Washington's name at the courthouse door. Mr. Washington did not answer. Mr. Washington has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. However, Mr. Washington's attorney. Mr. Okay.
He's about to board a plane, that's why he's hurry up and call via Zoom.
Okay, but I'm saying I was gonna tell him to put it on mute. Now, Mr. Washington has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. However, his attorney has been in court since the court's been in session, and his attorney, Mr. Antoine Freeman, has informed the court that Mr. Washington texted him, I think about 4 a.m. this morning, stating that he was having car trouble. And Mr. Freeman stated to the court that you texted him this morning.
Yes, Your Honor, he texted me at 4 this morning exactly, and I texted him at 9:51.
Okay, so you texted him back at 9:51. Did you get a response?
No, sir.
So he has not received a response from Mr. Washington. Let me, Mr. Probation officer, does Mr. Washington, does he live in Jefferson County?
He's supervised, yes, sir. He's supervised out of our office. He's local.
Oh, okay. And so he has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. State, do you have a motion?
The estate would move for a warrant to be issued upon forfeiture.
Okay, at this time, well, the court is going to find that a reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Washington the opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. The state motion will be granted. Warrant shall be issued for his arrest and his bond shall be forfeited. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, now if he,
If he appears before he leaves, the state will move to withdraw our motion.
okay, all right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Gillen.
Brianna Christian.
Mr. West is not here. Oh, yeah, okay, yes. Yeah, why don't you go get Miss Christian? Okay. We're in session at cause number 325-988. The case is filed with State of Texas versus Brianna M. Christian. We have Ms. Christian present in court. Ms. Christian attorney, Mr. John West, is appearing via Zoom. Ms. Christian, how are you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Mr. West, you can take your mic off of mute. How are you doing?
Good, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. West, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Ms. Christian's case?
Yes, Your Honor, I don't have the discovery yet on this case. It's kind of a new one. And as soon as I get that, I will get with her and we will figure out what we're going to do with this case.
Okay, can you get the reset date? Okay, your case is reset to October 29th. Ms. Christian, you're gonna stand over there and get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be. And Mr. West, your reset will be sent to you. You'll be free to go. You are free to go, and you have a blessed day. Okay, you can stand over there and get your reset. What, he's gonna appear on Zoom or something? Or? I have Miss Gorell. What's her name? Yeah. Alternate Gorell. So he's in district court. This is cause number 329-760. The case is styled as State of Texas versus Alternate Gorell.
Yes,
Is that your full name?
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing, Ms. Gorell?
Okay.
That's good. Ms. Gorell, your attorney is Mr. Terrence Allison, and Mr. Allison is currently in another court. Well, he's handling a case in district court. District court has priority over county court at law. So, and so he can't be in two places at one time. So he has requested that your case be reset, and your case is going to be reset. Stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You're going to stand on the 4X and in front of our court coordinator. She's going to give you a reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, thank you.
You're welcome.
And you want to just tell me when to come back?
It's on your reset.
Okay.
Do you see it?
Yes, sir, October 29th.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman.
Okay. Thank
All right,
you.
you're free to go. You have a blessed day.
No problem.
Hmm. Okay.